When he came, says the Zohar, and I will continue, came in the Stakil Yosef Bechalmei, he says, if there are three, that means that the central column is in place. That means there is a circuit of energy. How did you know that, says the Zohar? Ubigefish Shlosha Sarigim, because there were three clusters. Meaning, what does the three clusters refer to? To the three columns. Choshav Shekva Yeshkan is Galud Bet. He thought that both aspects of the Magen David became revealed. Now we know the first triad, the upper triad of the Magen David, of the Shield of David, deals with aspects purely of a potential nature. Briefly stated, in the upper triad, we are dealing on how to establish. An idea comes to an individual. An idea comes to an individual. Now, an idea of establishing a school. Now, the idea is an idea. How to establish that school becomes a manifest idea. How is he sure that this idea will become manifest on a potential level? Is when he says, well, why do I want to make a school? For profit? Or do I want to make a school so I can help others? Or whatever I'm doing in my life, whatever I'm doing, which benefits me, but I'm also doing this for the benefit of others, then on a potential state, if he establishes and injects the energy of the central column, then we know that the Star of David of the upper triad has become established. Then, of course, that's not sufficient. Let's say the easiest example is in building a building. A person has an idea of putting up a building. It's a good venture. Then he thinks of what kind of a building it will be. And then he says, but why am I doing all of this? Is it just for me alone? Or is it that I can also share? So he injects the third column energy, and he has completed the circuit of the upper triad. If you do not complete this kind of circuit in the upper triad, you are doomed for failure, one way or another. Now, how do you know? Now we're talking about the actualization. How do you know that you can be certain that it's going to work out? Because if you go to the wrong location, it may not be rented. An infinite amount of problems can arise by that decision of placing it now in a particular area. Comes along now the second restriction that must be injected. The second restriction, which makes the actual become actual, and that is Yesod. There's another restriction you go through. You say, now that I'm going to put up this building, these plans of a building in this location, and it's going to be do this, that, and the other. But why? Why is it? Is it just for me? Or I will share with others, maybe the proceeds, maybe in the form of tzedakah, or I shall locate an institution or whatever. But within this concept, there is not me alone. Then you have injected now another stage of restriction, referred to by the code name of Yesod. And when these two, the first one of restriction, which is Teferet, and the second one, which is Yesod, become manifested, these two become manifested, then success is there. Then you emerge from any problems that you think might have arisen. You have ensured the removal of any of this uncertainty, this illusionary doubts that could arise. Therefore, says the Zohar, Vayhi Miketz Shenatayim Yamim, it's not talking about years. Not even talking about years. He's telling you that when these two emerge, the two triads emerge with their two central columns, then there is no question that the time has come for success. The time has come that he will leave the prison, because the second aspect has been merged. And then we have the story of Pharaoh, how he was removed from the prison, and so forth and so on. When Joseph saw the three clusters, he assumed that the energy force had become established. Meaning what? Meaning it was now time for him to make an exit. Why? because since he is the lower triad, he is the central column of the lower triad, and because Joseph was operating on another level, there was no question. Joseph was playing out his part. Because as the Zohar says, the only reason that Joseph was sold, and he was cognizant of that aspect, and therefore had no bitterness to his brother, because he knew that within the realm of the illusion, what a terrible thing. His brother sold him. Terrible thing. But insofar as where he was coming from, that was only something happening in time. He was observing the movie. Yes, he was a participant in the movie, but now he was in the chair observing himself being thrown into a prison, as we said about Rabbi Akiva. When Rabbi Akiva was brought out by the Romans to be tortured to death, all he did was take an out-of-body experience, as the Zohar says. He didn't feel a thing. In fact, to the extent that nothing was really even happening, it was a total illusion. The Romans thought they were torturing him. That's as far as the Zohar extends this kind of thinking, that Rabbi Akiva never suffered other than for the first moment, that he was prepared to take the suffering. He injected the central column. He said, my body would suffer? That doesn't bother me. If that's what I have to do for whatever reason, so that the body should be devoid of a desire to receive for oneself alone, well, okay, the only one feeling the pain would be the body. He accepted it. The minute that happened, he had an out-of-body experience. Nothing even happened. The same way here, when Joseph was thrust into prison, he knew that the body would have to go through that experience. But insofar as he is concerned, he did not experience this kind of illusionary structure in his life, that one day he's free, the next, and he's the most loved of Jacob's children, and the next minute he's in jail, the next minute he's a king. These are all aspects of the illusionary world. He did not go through changes. He was on that level, watching himself in the movie.
He knew the end result.
Because he knew at the end, and he knew the purpose of it all. So when you lose money October 19th, but if you know that you're going to double your money June 19th, who will be unhappy today? No one. No one. So what? Because if you maintain that level, and knowing that at the end anyway it's right, so what happens in between is that illusion that someone of the level of consciousness of Joseph could rise above and not be affected by it.